I'm Trevor Lund from RoughTrip.com, and I just have to admit something to you here very quickly. Admit something. It's going to be funny when you find out the cause of this thing. Not the cause, the title of this live cast I'm doing, and the fact that now it's so much brighter here. I'll tell you. Yeah, anyway, I'm here with a negativity reflection, and we'll get to that, and I'll tell you why I was so confused and why I had to turn on the lights here. Just a second, right after this intro. So, I had forgotten. I've got some key lights that shine on and kind of illuminate things, and I got a light here that bounces off here and makes my chin not so. Actually, I got to re-aim that so it doesn't look so bad. I'm not too concerned about all of this, right? But it was funny to me because last night I was on TikTok and somebody showed a study that the study shows that if you put your phone into black and white mode, the color, change the color on it so that it's black and white, you'll scroll less. You don't get distracted by the colors. You don't do those things. So you're on the phone less. And I thought, hey, that might be a great idea. So I turned it on and it's all black and white. Let me show you. Can you see my phone? That's all black and white. Which you can't see because I'm black and white here too. Anyway, what the point is, back in the day we had a dog, and this dog was very problematic. And part of the problem with this dog was that he would eat its own excrement. And so we looked it up, and one way to stop that is to put Tabasco sauce on the excrement and let him learn that it's not something to be eaten. Well, it turned out our dog liked excrement with Tabasco sauce on it, and that didn't stop anything. And yeah, last night I'm on TikTok and it says, "Oh, turn it into black and white." But I think these are such cool colors. Not colors, such cool. Um, it just looks good to me. So I'm finding out myself, I'm the outlier of those studies. I'm the one, there's always going to be somebody who it doesn't work for, even if it works for everybody else. And when it comes to studies like that, I could be the one. But anyway, I go to this and I get it all set up. I go through all the slides. I'm all ready to go. I hit the go. Oh, I had to log in again with Restream. That's okay. I had logged in with Restream and then hit the button. And then I realized I don't have the key lights on. Why? Because everything is black and white for me here. We have fog outside today, and I was outside doing some errands, and I looked over, and it's just like if it wasn't just for that kind of brownish grass going through the snow, everything was black and white. It's like my world is now black and white, and I kind of like it. But anyway, when I said I got to confess something to you, that was because I did see the title of today's reflection. I have confessed my sin reflection, and boy, is this a tough one. When we're fasting from negativity, it is not easy, and this one is a tough one for us. I have confessed my sin. I have confessed my sin, and I am forgiven. The enemy can't condemn me, so I can't condemn myself. I have done what I can to make amends to all that I can. I've sought forgiveness from others and also from my Father. As far as it depends on me, I live at peace with all people. I am free from all condemnation. A question we can reflect on is, have I been keeping account short with God and people lately? So yeah, I'm just looking to see. Most of you are on Twitter. We got some on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can comment and it will show up here. If you're on Twitter, I will be back on Twitter and answer any comments that you have going forward. But that's a tough one, isn't it? Am I keeping account short with God? Well, that is an important one for us. Am I keeping account short with others? Isn't it easier just to write that person off? Like, isn't it easier just to avoid them? Isn't it easier? Like, that's what we do. We get offended at a church, so we go to another church or stop going to church altogether. We get offended in a relationship, and we will only see those people when we absolutely need to. That's not the way we're supposed to be living. We are called to each other. We are called to relationship with Him and to relationship with each other. And yeah, we live in a fallen world and we are fallen people. And so there are times that we need to ask for forgiveness. And I just listened to, on TikTok, Simon Sinek had a teaching on how to have difficult conversations. And it's like, man, that is such good teaching. How to have, you start out saying, like, I need to have a difficult conversation, and I honestly, I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to say anything I shouldn't say. I don't want to put you off in any way, but is it okay if we have a difficult conversation right now? You give the other person the heads up. And if they agree to do it now, great. If they want an hour to wait an hour and come back, that's fine. And then he had FBI. I got to learn his stuff. That was so good. He had three things. So you stick to the facts. F, B, I forget what he said, but basically what he was saying. Go look up Simon Sinek, how to have difficult conversations. You stick with the topic at hand. Like, you did this, and this is how I feel. Like, you be specific as possible. And what I would say, if we're talking about around forgiveness, and I'm the one asking for forgiveness, I need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to have a difficult conversation. This is what I think I did. This is how I think you felt. Is that true? Is that how you felt? And this is how you perceived it. And you get them to share what they actually felt and how it actually made them feel. Or there's all kinds of different things you need to ask for forgiveness from, right? But if it's, if you need, what does Jesus say? Jesus says, if you are going to worship and you remember somebody has something against you, go and make amends with that person and then come back and worship your God. Whoa! I don't know another religion that says that. Like that, Jesus just sets it's on me. Like, they're the offended ones. Yeah, no. If you know that they're offended, you need to go and have that difficult conversation with them. Listen, this is what happens when we fast from negativity. It starts out as we are given every reason possible to choose to be negative. I have had to replace my phone, and I think I have to replace my iWatch now because it is dead. I don't know if it's charging upstairs now. But those things happen. Those things increase. Those inconveniences, those things that can tick us off. But then we start to feel like we are walking with God in the garden in the cool of the day. It's like we wake up and we're thinking about Him. We're puttering around the house, or we're preparing a sermon, which I need to get to next. And it just we get in awe of His creation. We start remembering the things He's done in our lives, and that's kind of what the sermon is on. So that's why I'm thinking about the things He's done in my life, and it's just like, man, it's just happiness, it's joy, it's peace. But then in the middle of that, God will bring things to our mind. Like when we are at the altar and we are still and know that He is God. Oh, does this person have something against you? Ouch. I guess I better go and make it right with them, right? They probably have a right to feel offended at me. Now, I gotta say that I think that's what helps people grow up. It helps people grow up to see others come to them and ask for forgiveness. It helps us grow up because we need to humble ourselves and ask for forgiveness. But sometimes when, especially if somebody who's offended all the time and you know they're offended at you, so you go and you just, you do it in love. You're not confrontational. You say, listen, I got to have a difficult conversation. I think that this is what I've done to you, and I want to make it right. Like this relationship is more important to me than being right in this situation. And so I'm sorry that if I've used being right as a stick to beat you with or whatever you did. And you get it to a place where you can say, do you forgive me? And you let them forgive you. You know, as far as it's possible, we need to live at peace with all people. And it's not an easy thing. It's real. It's real. So maybe you've never heard of a negativity fast and you're wondering what it's all about. Well, if you go to revtrev.link/fast, you can sign up for our negativity fast and do it whenever you want. You have lifetime access to that fast. It also on that page, it gives you a lot of information on how to do a negativity fast without my help. What my help is 47 days of devotional and 47 reflections like you just saw. And they're designed to help you change your thinking, change your thoughts, attitudes, and actions, and align them with God's thoughts, attitudes, and actions. If doing an online course is not your thing, we also have that in book version. And you can go to revtrev.link/books. And the best thing about books is you got them for as long as you have them. You can pass them on to the next generation if you want. But Live Light Above the Negativity, Reflections, and Devotionals is available at revtrev.link/books. Also, I've been doing this since 2006. 18 years we've been helping people to give up every thought, word, and action and make them obedient to Christ. And so I've had all kinds of questions asked to me over the years. And so I've developed tips and tools to fast from negativity. These are free. Go to revtrev.link/tips and sign up. They're free. It costs you your email address. You've got to put your email address in and then you have access to it. And you have lifetime access to those when you sign up. Now, because we've been doing it so long, I've also expanded on a lot of those tips and created this course, which is available on sale when you go to revtrev.link/bless. And this is the Live Light Above the Negativity course. I've been doing live casts every day. And I get sick of my own voice when it comes to going through all of this. So if you're listening to the podcast, go back to yesterday's podcast. I went through it more fully. But if you can actually go to revtrev.link/bless and see everything that I would typically say about this course. But that's available. And it is at a reduced price during this negativity fast. So revtrev.link/bless. And I do all things being equal, and Lord willing, I do live casts every day. When I do them is completely random because it has everything to do with how my day computers. I've got this computer that I do all this stuff on, and I've got a work computer that I got to do work on, and I got different systems. I got to unplug things and plug them in, and so it's kind of like, I could have done this tonight, although I might have a meeting tonight. No, I do have a meeting tonight. That's why I got to do this now. But if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe and set notifications so you know when the next live happens at revtrev.com/TV, or if you're on Facebook, and you can do the same. You can like and set notifications at revtrev.com/FB. Or if you listen to podcasts, you can catch up on all the podcasts and subscribe where you listen at revtrev.com/radio. So Carpe Vitae, seize the life. I'm so blessed when I see so many people tuning in. I know most of you are on Oh, you got two are on the Rough Trip IM page on Facebook. So if you can comment there and it'll come up. But I think the rest of you are on, yeah, on X, and I will follow up with those comments later. Okay, take care. God bless, and all things being equal, etc. Paribus, I will see you tomorrow. Or